play with it.
We have been trained as fashion designers, so we're a collective with 4 members, and we met in the art school in The Hague, actually.
Yeah. All at the textile and fashion department.
Yeah. And then, when we graduated, we started to wonder, okay, what is actually a fashion designer in this contemporary context? And trying to find ways to continue our creative and experimental work that we have made during these studies. But we were facing like all these existential questions, like, okay, why would I still produce like more garments when actually the world is more suffering from garments than enriched by garments currently? But still being totally fascinated by this system and how this works. And I think from day one, actually, after graduating, we started exploring this sort of field around fashion and how it is being capitalized, distributed. It became more our theme than our product, let's say.
I think we all really like the theme of fashion and how it's related to human interaction and also transformation, and I don't know, I think it kind of connects a lot of different aspects of society, and I think that's the part that we really like.
It's quite a, let's say, a form of art that really involves you because you wear it. It's not like you look at it, you are becoming it. And I think that's why we think it's such a strong medium, but with our project space we're researching if this strong form of communication can be something that is actually enriching our society instead of contributing to more waste, more capitalist, problematic situations. So the artists we invite have like a very beautiful approach in which they do not research being a designer as a form of having this weird relation between a consumer and a brand, but more like as a relation between people and through garment connect with the audience.
Yeah, and the artists come from very various backgrounds as well. They can be coming from the more like the anthropology field or from more like contemporary art. It can be sometimes even like more like music or artistic research, and therefore the discipline is not that clear. I mean, it revolves around fashion, but sometimes it's very far off, and then somehow there's just a very subtle connection to it. Sometimes we work collectively on one project, and sometimes we work on individual projects but presented within one framework, or sometimes we're doing also things as a duo. That's also possible. So actually we don't have a very strict format when it comes to the collective.
We don't do effort to keep our practices like separate, like we use each other's ideas, and we feel that's also like a very welcome thing to not like own a particular idea. And also in bringing in the other artists, we feel this sort of sharing is also being promoted. And you can learn so much from how others work.